All right, what's up, boys? Today we're back on MX Bikes, and yeah, today we're at Anaheim 3, new track. It is round 6 of the Aerial ESX Championship, and yeah, as you can see by the screen, I qualified first in the 250 class with a 53.7, so that was super, super cool. And then, yeah, I actually got first in my heat race too. So yeah, that was sick. Off to a really good start through the day, and coming into the main, expectations were, pretty high. So yeah, if you guys are new to MX Bikes, this is the Aerial ESX Championship. It's the biggest um, championship in the game. It's like the pros of MX Bikes. So if you want to win a championship, this would be the one to do it. By far the biggest. It's the guys who make these tracks, and yeah, every week they came out with a replica track every Friday, and yeah, every Friday we get to race it. So yeah, here we are at Anaheim 3 on the gate, getting ready. 15-second card out. And yeah, I got a somewhat decent jump, but obviously I had a pretty bad gate pick. My game actually crashed. But yeah, I get super, super lucky through that start. Protect my inside here, make sure nobody comes up it. And yeah, we're off to a decent start. I'd say I'm in around 8th-ish, 9th. People were really struggling with these whoops. This is Anaheim 3, and if you guys have watched the real-life race, you'll know that these whoops are really, really extremely tough in real life. So Ryder did an amazing job at replicating that. And yeah, we're already up into like 5th. So I tried to play it smart on the start, tried to pick my spots, and it worked out, and it played out well. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, my game crashed trying to load in. A lot of people have been having that problem, so I actually ended up getting a pretty bad gate pick. Yeah, in front of us we have Van Meel, and in front of him is Marco, which are 2 Barkers, both on Black Label. You'll see Marco, it says Mick Creations, but he's not Mick Creations anymore. He is on Black Label. He just has to change his name on my MXB. But yeah, the scaling of this track was super, super odd. It was really small for some reason. The whoops were about as big as the rhythm sections, which is really weird. But yeah, Marco has a sketchy moment. He holds up Van, and so they both kind of case that triple in. And yeah, I just jumped right past him, hit the quad, which was a pretty big line. And yeah, get a 2-in-1 deal down that rhythm section. So already up into 3rd. And yeah, if you guys were watching the screen before when I was showing the qualifying and heat results, you guys might have seen a familiar name, that being Linz. And yeah, he decided to drop down to the 250 class for the North American series because he's obviously from the UK, so he's mainly focusing on the EU series. So he decided to have some fun and drop down to the 250 class in the North American series. And yeah, here he is, like he always does. He got a good start, pulled the whole shot, and is now battling with last year's champion Hemi out front. Yeah, so right now I'm just trying to run them down and just try to stay consistent and calm, because even though this track was so small, it was really extremely hard to stay consistent on. The jumps did not have much of a lip on them. It was actually a pretty tough track for it being such a small scale. It was definitely weird, definitely a strangely built track, and a lot of time could be made up or lost, as you see in that sand back there. But I still have to focus on not making any mistakes. I can't push too hard, because behind me still is Marco, number 14. As you see Linz go down. So now I'm onto the back of him, looking to make a move here. But he slides out. Okay, good. Let's go. So yeah, now we're around him, up into 2nd already, an amazing good start. And yeah, if you guys have watched my previous videos, you guys know that I really struggle with going early in races. It kind of takes me a little bit to warm up and get the jitters out. So right now I'm just really focused on, okay, I can't take my time right now. This is a short main event. As you can see, there's already only 11 minutes left. So basically only 10 minutes left, So I got to get going now. I can't wait anymore. So yeah, I'm starting to, hit my marks, trying to set some heaters. A good race pace here is like 55s, 56s. As if you saw before, my qualifying pace was a 53. So yeah, race pace is a bit slower than your qualifying pace, but yeah, like I said, this track's not necessarily about raw speed. It's more about consistency. Like I said, it's really strange for how small it is. It's really tough. It's tough to stay consistent on. But yeah, it's it's definitely weird scaling. If you guys have seen the previous tracks, you guys are looking at it like, whoa, this is definitely different. But yeah, like I said, you want to get a good drive for these whoops because they're absolutely killing everybody. So I feel like this was actually my strongest point throughout the night, which I feel like on most races it actually is the whoops. I always feel like I'm pretty good through the whoops. Actually, last year I was actually really terrible through the whoops, as you can see me mess up there real quick. But I didn't lose too much time. I lost about 4/10, so not a big deal. Hemi's still right there, and you still have 10 minutes to run him down. Hemi actually got second in qualifying, and he won his heat, and he was only a 10th behind me in qualifying. So it's, you know, basically the two fastest guys on the track out front. So you couldn't ask for a better scenario. Yeah, make another mistake. Yep, like I said, I struggle getting going early. I make a lot of mistakes at the beginning, but once I get going, I'm good to go. Which I think after that, I think this is when I start, like, you know, kind of figuring out I'm good to go. As you can see, if you look in the top left there, Hemi ran a 54.7, which is absolutely barking lap. That's only about a second off our qualifying time, which is crazy. But I saw that and I was like, you know what? I don't think Hemi can maintain that pace. I'm just going to stay consistent, run my own pace, try to hit my marks every single lap, and see if I can run him down because, like I said, multiple times this track's really hard to stay consistent on. So I knew that there's no possible way he could, you know, consistently run that pace. As you can see, I've already gained on him a bit. If you look, he's right there to my right. Gained on him probably about 2 seconds. So he must have made a mistake, gone down. Probably not gone down. Maybe he messed up the whoops. I don't know. I didn't really see. Yeah, the section that I just went through there to my left is really tough. It's, again, really small skill. Oh, yeah, as Hemi goes down. So, yeah, now I'm onto the back of him. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but so much stuff is happening. This was an amazing main event. Really, really good. But yeah, through the whoops, as you can see, I can gain probably about 2-3 tenths through the whoops, gain a little bit of time through there. So if I can do that every lap, it would be great. To go for this quad, get it a bit more clean than Hemi, so I gain a little bit of time. I check up just in case he, you know, cuts me off. So I, you know, all the time that I made up, I kind of lost. But yeah, that's okay. I'm just kind of giving Hemi pressure. But if you guys play this game, and if you guys have ever played with Hemi, you guys will know 100% Hemi is not one to crack under pressure. He is an amazing rider, and he's definitely got the racecraft. I'd say he had a bit more race pace than me tonight, but I think I had a bit more consistency. So that's kind of, you know, seeing what we can do. Not consistency necessarily in crashing, because we both really didn't crash at all. Just like consistency as in like not making those small mistakes. So like if he goes a lap without making a mistake, he's going to pull away from me. But he can only do that for so many laps before he makes, you know, a couple small mistakes here and there, and then I, you know, regain that gap. So it's going to be, we're in for a long night. There's about 8 minutes left, and yeah, we have 8 minutes to battle this thing out between us two, which, like I said, we were a 10th off each other in qualifying. We both won our heats. Yeah, it's going to get good. As you can see, Hemi is pulling away, I don't know, about a half second compared to last lap. But like I said, has a bit quicker race pace, but if I just avoid those small mistakes, I think I can, you know, make up the time. But like I was saying, last lap, the section to my left is really tough, even though how small it is. You have to go triple, single, which is, for some reason, extremely hard with the scaling. You know, everybody wasn't really liking the track, but I think it makes for really good racing. It might not be the most fun track or the most, like, you know, realistic track or the most well-built, but one thing it did do really, really good is it made for amazing racing and close racing, and it made where you can make up time. Evmove got a terrible start. He went down in the whoops. He went from dead last, and you'll see him, I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but you'll see him come through the pack, and he got an amazing finish after being dead last. So this track, as easy as it looks with the small scaling, it actually brings out quite the skill gap. So kind of weird. Lots of time to be made up here. But yeah, now we're getting into some lappers, and this is where it gets sketchy. Yeah, here's Benderson. I kind of, you know, run him high in the berm, but I don't know what he was doing because, you know, he is being lapped, so he's got to be more aware than that. So sorry, Benderson, but yeah. Yeah, as you can see, Hemi's pulling away a little bit here and there. Now I'm about 2.1 seconds behind. The only place, like I said, is where I make up time is through these whoops. As you can see, I made up a bunch of time there. He got a really bad drive through the whoops. Kind of messes up this section. I'm hitting that quad consistently, which is a big time saver. because you can double into the corner after the rhythm section. So yeah, it's super, super important to hit that quad double before the sand, just to get a good drive. But yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of creeping back up onto the back of Hemi. Like I said, he makes these small mistakes he gets into it with Mountain Drew, and somehow he is still alive. That is absolutely unbelievable. Hemi is extremely lucky to still be up right now. I don't know how he survived that. Obviously, a little bit unfortunate on my end that he got that lucky, because that would have been an easy pass for the lead. But I mean, I want to race him straight up and have a sick battle with him. Yeah, I'm coming up onto the back of him. I'm right there now. I can see the back of his jersey as I scrub that a bit too hard. And I missed the quad on. Yeah, you have to scrub that triple pretty hard to get the speed to quad over the tabletop and then double out. So he gains a little bit of time there, but whoa! Lappers must have got into it with each other, but yeah, like I said earlier, every single time that Hemi gets into it with a lapper, I also get into it with a lapper. It's never, I can never take advantage of the situation, which is okay because I want to straight up fight against him, like I said. But I mean, at the same time, I wouldn't mind him, you know, getting into a lapper and then me avoiding it and being able to make up time. But yeah, now we're back onto the back of him, trying to put in another charge this lap. As you can see, he gets a right drive through the whoops, but I get a pretty good one, and now I'm onto the back of him again. Like I said, the whoops are my strong point. I scrub this triple. Can I get the quad this time? Yes, I clear it. And now I am getting closer and closer. Every lap, basically. He's getting into it with these lappers. That's allowing me to creep up. And then, like I said, I get into it with the lappers. Yeah, there's some more lappers in front of us, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with them. Right now, I'm just trying to take advantage of the situation, trying to see what Hemi does and how I can react to it. As boom, he gets into it with Chap, runs into the back of him. Chap was not being the best lapper tonight, and now I'm side by side with him. But unfortunately, he had the inside, and I could not get the pass done. So now that I'm this close, I mean, this is the closest I've been all night. I'm looking to plan my spot out. I'm thinking where it could be. I'm thinking maybe before the sand I can quad in. As Chap, gets right into the racing line. I have to go low on the berm, and thank God I still made that triple in. That was really, really tough to get the triple in while going that low in the berm. And unfortunately, that means I could not get the quad because I did not have the speed through the rhythm section to get the quad. So Hemi pulls back away. This is a game of cat and mouse here. Game of chess, and just kind of feeling each other out right now. Trying to get this battle going, and like I said, I'm trying to plan out a spot, but now that Hemi is a little bit further away, I'm thinking I might have lost my chance, but hopefully I can regain that spot. As Hemi makes a mistake, and again, I make the same mistake, if not worse, and he gains more time on me. So like I said, every mistake that he makes, I make the same mistake. So now, with him pulling away, I'm pushing as hard as I can, and I want to make up time. Oh, that one hurts. That's just heartbreaking. Yeah, that's what the Honda's known for. It has these weird little front tucks, the Honda front tuck, and yeah, as you can see, that allowed Chap back by. And yeah, I don't know if he had his flags off or whatever. Maybe he just wasn't aware of his surroundings or whatever. But yeah, the Hondas are pretty notorious for their random front tucks out of nowhere. And kind of these Hondas have really wide bars, so it's kind of easy to drag it out of nowhere and yeah, get a front tuck. But yeah, now I'm just kind of keeping my distance from Chap. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know if he's gonna go down in front of me or what. So I'm kind of trying to keep my distance as he gets super sketchy, and he's down, and oh, come on, man. I am right into the back of him. Oh, that is so frustrating, guys. I don't know what to say. And yeah, I got taken out again by another lapper after I went down. Yeah, I mean, I still had a chance to compete with Hemi at that point, even after I had that front tuck. Now it's kind of out of the window. 12 seconds back now. That one hurts. That one hurts really, really bad. it is nice to be back up in the front. I have been making improvements every week in Supercross, and I am slowly becoming a race winner again. And I really think I could have won this race, man. At the same time, though, Hemi did kind of have the race pace on me, and he's obviously he obviously has the #1 plate for a reason, so he's no slouch. So you never know. I mean, he's an amazing rider in this game. So it's tough to say, but you'll see that he goes down again or gets into it with somebody, and yeah, it went from 12 seconds down to 7.7 seconds. So with me running into Chap there and then that other guy running into me, I lost probably, I don't know, a bunch of time. So I could have been right onto the back of Hemi. We could have had a battle. It would have been a 50-50, me versus him, one-on-one, and it would have been a super sick battle. You know, it's unfortunate that it has to end this way. I mean, it sucks for a battle to end like that. That is, and especially one for the race win. Yeah, but yeah, this race has flown by. If you look in the top right there, you'll see the white flag, which means next lap is the last lap. So yeah, I basically battled Hemi that entire race. So this race is already done, basically one more lap, and it's crazy. I don't really have any pressure from behind. Van is about 30 seconds back. As yeah, he I don't know what was happening to him. Maybe he just made some mistakes, but I know he got a decent start. So maybe he just wasn't really gelling with the track or whatever, you know. But yeah, here we are now, going through the last lap, and yeah, this one stings. It's kind of bittersweet, you know. I'm glad I got the second. It's my second best finish so far. Obviously, I won Anaheim 1, which was super sick. The first ever Anaheim 1 in this game, I win, so that was amazing. It was an amazing experience. That was super sick. I'd never even gotten a podium at that point, and then I got my first race win. In Supercross, at least, I am the 2021 250 champion outdoors. So I'm good at outdoors, but not the best at Supercross. But yeah, I come home in second there, get a second of cutting, and I'm still only 7.1 seconds behind Hemi. Yeah, like I said, bittersweet. Glad to be back up on the podium and, you know, getting close to first. But I think second almost hurts more than getting, like, you know, fifth or whatever, because, you know, you're so close and you could have had it. It's almost hurts more than getting fifth. You know what I mean? I think second is probably like the worst position to get in terms of how it makes you feel. But yeah, like I said earlier, Edmove got buried on the start, absolutely buried, and came from dead last, and he's made it all the way back to third. If you look in the top left corner of your screen there. Yeah, he is a barker. That's why he has your red plate, and that's why yeah, he's leading the points. He's an absolutely insane at this game. So to come from dead last to third is crazy. Like I said, this track is weird, but it does have quite the skill gap, so it does allow for it. So kind of like it for that. But yeah, glad to be back in second. Wish I would have had first, but you know, nothing you can do. Great battle with Hemi. Hemi, for watching this video, that was awesome. Hopefully we get to do that again next week. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a sub. We'll be back next week. Hopefully we get the race win. And yeah, thanks for watching. My name, got the hottest chick in the game, wearing my chain, that's right, ho.